Tired of playing brand new games?
Oh my God, yes!
Do you want to play something old again, but you just don't know where to turn? Introducing Sony PlayStation. Haven't played The Last of Us in the last 2 generations? Well, we've got great news for you. The Last of Us Remastered Remaster. Yes, we're remastering it yet again. Because why not? We know you'll buy it. Play through all those wacky adventures with Joel and Ellie once again. Oh, that Joel, get up already. We know you're not gonna die. Not yet, anyway. Oh, my bad. Did I give anything away? Of course I didn't. You've already played this game. So go out and buy The Last of Us Remastered Remaster and play the game that Sony knows you'll buy again and again.
Incoming soon, Demon Souls Remake Remaster.
Find these and more for $70 at Charlie's discount.
Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of cytomania.
What is going on, everybody? Jay Fonz here, back again with another video. Sorry it's taken me a little bit of time to make this one, but I had family in town and had things to do, so I just didn't have much time. But I'm back, and I hope you enjoyed that little commercial at the beginning. Again, just jokes, people. I'm not wrapped up into the console war and all this stuff. It's just funny to me, and I like to poke fun at things. I'm one that's going to buy The Last of Us Remaster because why not? I love the game. All right, so Sony knows I'm a sucker for that game, and I'll buy it again. I want to talk about that a bit. So I know you've heard about the Bloomberg article, Jason Schreier's article on how Sony is concentrating on blockbusters, and they seem to be putting other smaller titles, other games to the wayside because they want to focus on big major blockbusters. Now, this is all coming from anonymous leakers at Sony, apparently, and I just don't want to put too much stock into anonymous leakers. Number one, because I know there are, in everyday life, in everyone's job, in everyone's employment, there's always disgruntled employees or employees that just don't like their jobs very much. I mean, hell, I don't like my job very much, but, you know, it is what it is. So I don't put too much stock into people complaining about this or that, but I will say, usually with big articles like this, where there's smoke, there's fire. And some of this stuff may be true. But again, I'm taking this as rumor right now. I'm not running with it saying, oh my God, Sony's dying like some people are, because I truly don't believe that. Do I think Jim Ryan is running the company in a bad way right now? Sorta, kinda, yeah. I don't think Jim is the right person for the job necessarily. I mean, he's done a lot of 180s on things, especially with that whole generations thing. It just really bothered me when he came out and said that they were focusing on PS5. None of the PS5 games were going to be on PS4. And then that changed. It started with Miles Morales, and it should continue with Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, and maybe even with God of War Ragnarok. And to me, it was just a bold-faced lie, and it was one of the biggest lies I've seen any exec do for, their company. Anyway, it's just a bad look. I just don't even want to get into it. But yeah, so this article came out, and it talked about a lot of different things, about studios helping other studios do things, and then some of the bigger studios kind of taking over the smaller studios, and then some of their smaller studios getting absorbed into other studios. And it was just a lot of stuff that didn't sound necessarily good or positive for the company. I will have that article linked in the description here so you can read that in its entirety. I will say though, if any of this stuff, or if most of this stuff is true, it doesn't look good. It doesn't bode well for you. What are we doing, Sony? What are we doing, Jim? Come on, fight back. Come on, put him up. Little one too. Come on. Do something, Sony. Sony will fire back eventually. Okay, come on. This is Sony. They have some of the best games as far as exclusivity goes. Some of the best games in the industry, period. So I know they'll do something. But the problem is when. Because right now, the past couple of weeks, things don't look very good for Sony. Even though this stuff is rumor mill with this article, I still say that this doesn't bode well for Sony. This doesn't look good. It's a PR nightmare. And right now, Microsoft is firing on all cylinders, or it seems that way, and you got Sony over here looking like they're fighting in-house, and it doesn't look good. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. But again, take it as rumor, because that's what it is as of now. No official word from Sony came out, so we don't know if any of this is true. But what I want to focus on is the games aspect, when they were talking about the games. Apparently, Bend Studios, who made Days Gone, that was profitable for the company, although it got released to some mixed reviews. I think it ended up with a Metascore of like 70-something. I'm not even sure, but it was a good game to me. That's all that matters. I had fun with that game, and so did many people. I know a lot of people out there that really enjoyed Days Gone, and it ended on a cliffhanger, and I wanted to see more of that. Yes, it had its issues. It had plenty of bugs and some issues that came along with it, but I was hoping that Bend Studios would make a second game to kind of clear up all that stuff, fix all those issues, and give us a banger of a game with Days Gone 2. And apparently that is not happening. It seems that within the article anyway, this, again, a lot of this stuff isn't concrete, but within this article it talked about how Bend Studios in 2019 went to Sony and said, hey, this is our pitch for Days Gone 2, and they said, no, it's not viable, which I don't really understand. I thought Sony was all about taking risks and giving second chances to their new IP. Here it is, a new IP that deserved a second chance in my opinion. The game was not only profitable for them, despite its shortcomings, many people enjoyed the game. And not to mention the potential this game had. Again, the first game had a solid foundation. The gameplay loop was very fun. And I just don't understand why Days Gone 2 wasn't greenlit. But here's the kicker, and this is why I made that skit at the beginning of this video. Now, initially, one of their other studios wanted to remake a game. It was a small studio that helps finish projects and everything that not a lot of people knew about. I didn't even know about them. But anyway, they helped finish their big projects and stuff. They wanted to make a remake of Uncharted 1. Well, Sony didn't feel that was viable because there was a lot of mechanics that had to be reworked and everything. So instead, they decided to remake The Last of Us. Yes, The Last of Us. They know there's many of us out there who love The Last of Us, who hold it to such a high regard that they're preying upon that. I understand that. But what happened to that Sony that built upon their new IP? And I know there's a big defense force out there talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, they're going to make a Ghost of Tsushima too, so they still build upon their new IP. Ghost of Tsushima was phenomenal. Two completely different games, two completely different genres. One is actually almost perfect when it comes to combat, and the other one has some issues. It made more profits than Days Gone did. Days Gone 2 should have been greenlit. Yeah, what happened to that Sony that took risks? Sony's definitely not dying, but they are making choices that I do question, and if they are really making this Last of Us remaster or remake, I have to question that. Yeah, I would buy it, but I would rather have a new IP. I would rather have a Days Gone 2. I don't get it. Anyway, that's just my little rant for the day, guys. Take it how you will. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Would you rather have seen a Days Gone 2 or a new IP than see them remake The Last of Us or any other game? And don't get me wrong, there's some games I wanted to see remade or remastered, but it seems like we've just played The Last of Us. I mean, we had the remaster on the PS4 that had a 4K 30 mode and a 1080p 60 mode. I just think it's a bit early for another remake on that game. To me, it just makes more sense to go with a new IP or Days Gone 2. Man, to make a better Uncharted would have just made more sense to me. Anyway, folks, this is just my thoughts. Let me know down below what you think. And until next time, this is Jay Fonz saying, try to be the best possible you, be kind to one another, and of course, as always, my friends, game on.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.